Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have my Poshmark September 2021 sales. We are going to go over 17 sales that I want to share with all of you, which I think might be beneficial for yourself and learning about different brands that maybe sell well for me and could possibly sell well for you. You can hear my experience on them. This is going to be a sharing a screen type of a video again. You guys seem to like that when I'm sharing my sales. You can actually see the product, pictures, description, all that kind of fun stuff. So in the month of September, I made gross, you see that? $4,206. That was gross. My net earnings were $3,725. So not a bad month, considering that I didn't really list and do the things that I normally do. I moved, so that took up a lot of my time. So it was kind of slow towards the middle end of the month for me, but it ended up being an okay month. I had some really great sales, a lot of winter pieces, sweaters, boots, that kind of fun stuff. So let's just get into it. I'm going to share my screen and show you guys what sold. Just give me 1 second here. We're going to share. All right, let's see if I can move myself over. Hopefully you guys can see me here. We're going to start with this first piece, which was a piece that I got off of the RealReal. This piece was, so I got a $100 credit for hitting 70% on the RealReal. And it was sent to me and I immediately was like, okay, do I buy myself something or do I get something to resell? Well, I got 2 pieces to resell, and this piece was on sale, as was the second piece that I bought, and I only paid shipping. So I paid $11.95, split in half. So this cost me nothing when you think about this brand. So the brand is Satin, and I just love this brand so much. I don't find it very often. It's usually, I've sourced it online, and I found it in the thrift store maybe twice. I generally don't find it very often. So I think I had this listed at $155. I received an offer for $139. This was a utility coat, so perfect for the upcoming season. You can see it here on the model. Really nice piece. These were the pictures from the RealReal, which I always like to insert them just to show what it looks like on the mannequin as well. Yeah, it was 100% cotton. It was a US size 10, so I was really happy with this sale. This was a nice little sale to get. Next was this Godfrey mini satin dress. This was actually a sample piece. I found it at Salvation Army for 99 cents. Sat for a little bit, but I knew it was going to take the right buyer to pick it up. I'm thinking I might have gone to someone for like homecoming, college homecoming, or high school homecoming. Yeah, so that was nice. This is the first time that I sold this brand. I'm not familiar with it. It's not something that I generally find or pick up. So when I found it and I looked it up, it looked like it was decent. I believe it's sold on Revolve and Shopbop. But when I saw that it was a sample piece, I think I showed that picture right here. Sample, not to be sold. I thought, you know what? Let's just give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? If it sat for a really long time, I probably would have just sent it to the RealReal, see if they took it. And if not, then I would send it to ThredUp and go down that route. But it actually ended up selling for $90. So that was surprising. I didn't anticipate it to sell for that high, but it did. Okay, this sale was really exciting to me too. This was a pair of Mother, the Charmer skinny jean in warm ivory. I didn't think these were going to sell because of the color, and I feel like I struggle with Mother jeans lately, especially skinny Mother jeans, but these were new with tag. Let's see if I can find it. And they were a size 32. So here's the tag. They were new with tag, and they were a size 32, so they're really good size. And I was like, okay, you know, I'll give it a shot. I think I paid like $12 for these. They ended up selling for full asking price at $100. So that was a pleasant surprise. I generally don't do well with Mother jeans. I struggle with selling the brand. Like I said before, unless it's like a wide leg or a flare leg skinnies, I end up giving up and sending them into the RealReal and making, you know, minimal money on it. So when I can sell it on my own like this for $100, we like it. It's a good day. Moving on to a brand that some of you may not know. This is Noble, and Noble is big in the lifting community. So powerlifting, bodybuilding, strongman. tend to use No Bull sneakers. That's what No Bull is really known for. They're known for their sneakers. I've never found the sneakers before. I pray for the day that I find them, and I hope they were my size because I love No Bull sneakers. But these were a pair of leggings that I sold, which not as exciting. But this is the second pair that I found at a thrift store, and I sold them for $45. So I was very happy with that. So you'll see the back has No Bull on the waist there, and then it has this little symbol on the bottom of the pant leg, so that's a good way to distinguish it. And then the inside will say No Bull with the size, and then here's the size tag. So it's definitely something that you probably won't come across often, but it's a brand that you should definitely be on the lookout for. Just keep it in mind, write it down. When you're in the athletic section, this is something that if you see it, you should probably grab it. If it's in good condition, of course. All right, moving on to another really exciting sale. This was the Coach Nora Kislock card case in signature canvas. This was actually a birthday gift for my sister, but she didn't end up liking it. It wasn't big enough for her. So, oh no, I'm sorry. This was a Christmas gift. My years and dates are all messed up. All right, so this was a Christmas gift, and she didn't end up wanting it, so I sent it back. And I got this on the Coach outlet website. I sent it back maybe a week after Christmas, something like that. And about a month and a half ago, I received it back in the mail, and they said that they couldn't return it because they got it way too late. And I was very confused by it. So I sent them a message, and they basically said, you may have sent it then, but with everything going on with COVID, we didn't receive your piece until, I think they said July. So I was like, all right, well, I guess send it back to me and I'll sell it. And if I can make my money back, cool. I think I bought this for $50 on the Coach outlet website. Well, I ended up selling it for $90. So that was good. I almost doubled my money on it, which I didn't think I could do with this because it's a very particular piece. It's got the signature Coach canvas. It's a Kislock. Not really a popular Coach item, but someone bought it. It's sold. I think being new with tag definitely helped. The color is pretty. The two-tone of the Kislock is pretty too. It was a good size. It was an oversized little coin purse. But yeah, so this was very surprising to me. I didn't think I'd sell it for $90, but Coach does this sometimes to me. Like, Coach is one of those brands where you just don't think that it's going to sell for X amount of dollars, and then the right buyer comes along that really likes Coach, and it does. It sells. So this was a pleasant little surprise, and they didn't take my return, so I ended up selling it, and I ended up making money on it. Doesn't always happen that way, but it did in this case. Oh, this was such a fun piece. This was a brand that I have heard about. Lots of people sell it. House of CB is the name of the brand. They sell really unique type pieces, a lot of body contact dresses. They're known for their really fun going out type pieces. I found this at a consignment store. It was, I don't remember if it was $5 or $10. It was in that range. And I listed it not knowing what was going to happen to it. Everything that I saw online looked really good, but this piece was really unique because one side is shaped like a blazer, right? And the other side is actually a strapless dress with a cap sleeve that comes down, but it's long sleeves on both sides. So it was really unique. It was new at tags. I definitely was going to take the specific buyer. Ended up getting an offer for this for $115. I think I had listed at $150, which was kind of high because it retailed for $195. But it gives me room for offers. So as you can see here by the conversation, this individual here bought the dress, and she's actually in Massachusetts. So it got to her in a day. She was really happy with her purchase. And I hope to find this brand again. It sold in less than 24 hours. I was holding off on listing it because, as you can see, very awkward piece to photograph. It was just hard. And I tend to struggle when I have pieces like that. I never really want to photograph and list them because I'm like, well, how do I even show this to a customer? It's just, unless you're modeling it, it's very hard to depict what it's going to look like. So thankfully I was able to find a stock photo. But yeah, I listed it. I got a bunch of likes, immediately got a bunch of likes. I ended up relisting it because I think I had priced it a little low in the beginning, and I was like, you know what? It was starting to get some traction. I was like, I'm just gonna delete and relist it, and it's gonna be a brand new listing, and then I'm gonna put it the price I really want, which is 150, 155. And then I went to this individual for 115. So that was really great. I was happy with that. I loved this piece. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's House of CB. If you guys have sold House of CB before, let me know in the comments. I've never come across it besides this one time. And I remember hearing the name from like other resellers talking about it, but it was my first time finding it myself. Ooh, this piece is fun. Okay, we all know I love to sell Zara. And this was a Zara faux suede floral embroidery kimono jacket with a belt. It was amazing. If it was my size, I would have kept it. As you can see here, like that embroidery, the embroidery is what sold me. So pretty. Let's see, let's scroll through the pictures. It did have a couple flaws. So you'll see here, I had this little mark in the suede. Look at this pretty floral detail in the back. So pretty. This was a Zara basic pleat piece. So if you watched my last 2 videos ago, I talked about the Zara label. So this was a Zara basic piece. This was a size extra small, definitely a little oversized though, but I was so happy to pick this up. I just thought like this is going to go to someone right when fall hits. Like this is the perfect fall piece to wear with boots. And that's what ended up happening. And it sold at asking price at $100. So I listed this really high. It did retail at a high amount. You'll see here it retailed at $250. It was not new at tags. It did have a tiny flaw, which probably could have came out, but I just left it and just disclosed it. It sold. It took a little bit. It took like 5 or 6 months to sell, but I found it in the late spring, mid-spring. So it really wasn't this time for it, but I list things year round. I don't wait for a certain season to hit. So listed in the spring, summer time, relisted it, and then sold for $100. Love these kind of sales. You know, this is why I love picking up Zara. This is why I like to pick up these different brands that I always talk about, because I tend to have really good luck with selling them. And I found a way to make it work for me. And I've really enjoyed this process of like learning about different brands and what aspects of these brands really sell. And they may seem basic to some people, but this is how I'm making my money every month. So I hope seeing these pieces and knowing that I'm not selling crazy luxury pieces. I'm selling mid-tier or mall brands at these price points part-time and making anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 gross a month. Anyone can do it. It's just a matter of researching and finding what works for you, what you enjoy, and what's available in your area. And it's just been so much fun. So I'm happy to always share these experiences with all of you guys. But let's move on because I'm digressing here. All right, next we have Michael Kors Cassia Platform Sneaker Boot. These I found retail arbitrage trip. They were fun. They were $16.99. I thought they were fun, perfect for the winter months coming up. These did have some flaws on it, so they had some scuff marks. They were a floor sample, so little scuff marks all over that I disclosed to the buyer, and I was still able to get $60 for them, which was lovely. I think I had them priced at kind of high, like $125 or $130. But again, I tend to do that just to give myself room for offers. Took an offer of $60. Very happy with the sale, especially going into fall and winter. I wanna move these pieces, so that was nice. Ooh, these are fun too. Okay. These are Marc Jacobs, the Step Forward Mary Jane shoe. This is the second time I found this shoe at the same consignment store. These were a black Mary Jane. I have another pair. I don't think I've ever showed you guys. Or maybe I have, I don't know. But they were new in the box and they are the same shoe. So they've got the plastic platform heel, but they're white with little cherries on them. Also the same size, US size 11. These chunkies in, right? Like, and these are perfect right now. I was so happy that they sold for full asking at $225. They retailed for $395. They're still on the website. And these were not new in box. These were definitely used. And someone paid $225 for them, which makes me question maybe I should increase the price of mine that are new in the box. But I'm not going to. I'm going to leave them at $225. But this was a really exciting sale. I was so happy to wake up to this sale. So happy. And I, again, struggle with some Marc Jacob pieces, but the shoes and handbags tend to do fairly well when it comes to Marc Jacob clothes. Unless I'm sending them in to the real, I'm not picking them up to sell. So shoes and handbags, sure, I'll give it a shot. But anything else, it's a no. Ooh, another retail arbitrage item. Okay, these were Lucky Braid. As you can tell, this is like in the process of me moving. My pictures start to change because now I'm just taking pictures on the floor. These were really fun. These were a pair of lace-up, knee-high, military combat style boot. They were $16.99 at the retail location that I bought them at. I want to say I had them for about 2 months, and then they sold for $90. They retailed for $200. I had a little experience with this buyer because I think it's good to share these things in the community. So this buyer wanted me to ship them out the next day, which I did. The post office did not mark them as shipped for a couple of days. So I think it's important for all of us to remember this as we're heading into the holiday season, the post office is actually starting to delay their processing again. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but certain sales are taking longer, and we're getting the notifications like we were last year where it's telling us, your item might not get to the buyer for, an extended period of time. So that's what had happened to these boots. They were not scanned for 2 days. I went in after 24 hours and I hit shipped but not tracking. So that updated in the Poshmark system. And then it took almost 2 weeks to get to the buyer. So the buyer was not happy and, gave me a poor review, and that's fine. I reached out to her and I told her, I can't control what happens at the post office. I'm so sorry, but there's nothing I could do about it. I mean, once I drop it off and they take it from me, there's not much else I can do. So, it is what it is. She kept the piece, didn't open a case or anything, but I do think it's important to remember that as we're going into these holiday months that processing might be taking a little bit longer. So we need to be mindful of that. Maybe let our buyers know, that you've noticed that the processing is taking a little bit longer at the post office. So if they need the item right away, you're going to ship it out as soon as you can, but there is the possibility that once it goes into transit, it could take longer. I think it's really important it's just part of good customer service to let people know that, especially as we get closer and closer to Christmas. But it's already happening now. So I'm definitely, after this experience, been reaching out to customers. They're like, hey, can you ship this next day? Absolutely, I'll ship it the next day. However, these are things that I'm seeing and I just want to make you aware of it. So if you'd like to cancel your sale, by all means, we can do that. So far, no one's canceled, but I just like to have that communication with people. Moving on to a pair of Woolrich Rockies 2 hiking boots. These were fun. This is my first time selling Woolrich shoes. I think Woolrich in general. I have a Woolrich coat that hasn't sold yet, but these shoes I found at Goodwill in Rhode Island, and they were $7.99, $8.99. I don't know, something like that. But these are really fun. They didn't have the laces. So I went on Amazon. I do this all the time. And I bought red laces because that's what goes with these shoes. And I just replaced them. And they sold for $60. These got quite a bit of attention. As you can see right here, we had about 29 likes, and these were never relisted. So 29 likes, lots of questions on them, a lot of private messages on them. People were very interested in them. And they went to a buyer who was going on a hiking trip, who lives locally, actually, a couple states over. And so in New England. But to us, everyone's local when you live in New England. And they sold for $60. So that was a great sale. I'll definitely pick up Woolrich boots again if I see them, especially this style of hiking boot. I think this style does really well from what I was seeing online. So yeah, I'm very excited with that sale. Definitely something that I will continue to be on the lookout for. Oh, we all love a Sorel boot, right? But I really love these Sorel boots. These are the Sorel Joan of Arctic Wedge 2 Chelsea Lug sole boot. So this boot in particular, I tend to do really well with. These sold for $75. I got these in Massachusetts Goodwill, Connecticut Goodwill. I think Connecticut Goodwill. These are round toe. They're nice. I liked the leather. They are like a copper brown, I don't know. They're pretty. They remind me of the new doorknobs that exist now because I'm in a home now. And we're looking at doorknobs, and there's these new brushed copper type of doorknobs where they're black, but they have brushed copper in them. And that's what these remind me of. Random fact, but that's what it reminds me of. So these generally do very well. They do get a lot of attention. As you can see here, we have 18 likes. I didn't receive a lot of offers. They get a lot of likes, don't always get a lot of offers on them. I did have it priced at $130 in that range. These were like brand new. I don't really think they were worn very often. Let's see if we can have a picture of the sole there. Yeah, it doesn't look like they were worn often. But I was very excited with this sale. I'll take the $75. I paid up. I think I paid $15 for these. So I definitely paid up for them. But I know that this type of boot always sells for me. So I'm comfortable with spending that $15. I have another pair of these, and they're in a dark purple wine colored suede. And those are sitting and not doing well. So I'm wondering if the pebbled leather version of this boot is just a more desirable style over the suede version. I'll be curious to see how long that other pair of boots sit with me. I've already had them for about 5 months. So we'll see. We're heading into that winter fall time, so maybe they'll move, but these didn't last very long. Again, very pretty color. Big fan. We like these. So Sorel Joan of Arctic wedges. Put that on your list. This was a surprising sale for me because frame doesn't sell for me ever. But these were actually my size. I picked them up at a consignment store and I wore them a couple times, but they actually were too big for me. There was a little too much stretch in them and they just kept falling off. So I had to sell them, and I did pay a little bit more for these. So I didn't want to send them into the Real. I paid $15 for them. So that didn't make sense for me to send them into the Real because they're going to get priced at $50. And now the Real is changing their commission structure as well. So any item that is $95 and below, priced, at $95 and below, you're only going to make 30% commission on them. So definitely not worth it for me to send them in. So I listed them. I think I had them listed at $75 in hopes of making $40 maybe. Well, someone sent me an offer for $56, so I was very happy with that. Took that right away and sent them off their merry way. I just think the size was really good. It was a size 34, and this style of boot tends to have a lot of stretch to it. So, and it's a comfortable jean. I just couldn't wear it. It was too big for me. So that was that. This was my very surprising. I sold a pair of frame jeans for the first time in like 2 years. Okay, this dress is so pretty. When I found this dress, I loved it the second I saw it. And this is a J. Crew Judy dress in bright coral. So pretty. It is so pretty. I wish it was my size, but it was a size 12, so it's too small for me. But it just had the most beautiful detailing in it. Loved it. And the color and the pleated skirt. Like, look at this. This is just so beautiful. Good size 12, new with tags. Such a pretty dress. Retailed for quite a bit, $180. But I sold it for $75, which is what I was kind of holding out for. Had it listed at $100. I got some really low offers, like $25, $30, but I could not let this piece go for that low. I was just going to hold out for like that $50 to $70 range because it's new at tag. It's a really pretty dress. I mean, you could wear this to work. You could wear this to a bridal shower, a baby shower. You could wear this to a wedding. Like, there's so many options for this dress, any type of event of any sort, because it could be casual and it could be formal, depending on how you dress it up. So when I saw that $75 offer, we took that real quick. Loved this piece. Kind of sad that it left and that it didn't fit me because I would have kept it. It's totally my style. All right. Wouldn't be a what sold video if I didn't show you a Michael Kors piece, right? And this video has 2 Michael Kors pieces. First one was the boots. Now we have a Michael Kors Knox Tassel gray leather satchel. I picked this up at Savers. I paid $6.99 for it, and it sold within 48 hours on Poshmark for $75, and it listed at $145, I believe. This was a smaller version. There's a larger version of this bag, which retails for more and also sells for a higher amount. I love selling Michael Kors bags. I don't care what anyone says. I have such good luck with Michael Kors leather bags. I just have a thing for them. They sell for me. You've seen now in quite a few videos that I've shown you that these bags sell. This bag was also in very good condition. I can't say I've ever had luck selling the MK canvas style Michael Kors. I don't pick it up. I only pick up the leather pieces. So $75 off it went to its new home. Already got the 5 stars on it. It's a good day. Don't sleep on Michael Kors. I just can't tell you enough. Try it. Find a bag, a leather bag that is $10 and under, and try to sell it. Do a little research. See if it's a style that people are really looking for. See what other people have sold it for, and go from there. I encourage you to do that because I know mall brands don't always have the best reputation, but I'm here to tell you that it can work. Again, a piece that surprised me. This is an Ann Taylor tweed / plaid lined fringe blazer. This blazer, I found at Salvation Army on Memorial Day when I went sourcing with Lori. And this was 99 cents. So, and it was my size, and I just didn't like the way it looked on me. It was too tight up top and then too wide on the bottom for me. So I listed it. Otherwise, I would have been wearing it for this time of year. I listed it at $50, sold for full asking price. I would never think that Ann Taylor would sell for $50, but it is a blazer, and I think I shouldn't second guess certain pieces by brands like Ann Taylor, Gap. What else? Ann Taylor, Gap, Banana Republic, Chico's. Like, I feel like those are brands that I don't necessarily, like, I bypass all the time. I see them all the time and I bypass them all the time. But I think I need to second guess myself because things like this, if I could find it at a thrift store for 99 cents, I think it's going to be worth the pickup for me. So this right here, this is like the second or third time that Banana Republic and Taylor, has shown me up and said, no, listen, don't pass me up because I just sold for you for $50. So, I'm going to take this information. I'm going to store it in my little reseller knowledge bank that I got going on, and just be more open to these types of pieces, especially a blazer that's plaid going into fall. I just need to be more aware of what it is I'm picking up and what's selling and what it's selling for, and don't get so hung up on the brands. Like I shouldn't get so hung up on the brands, but it happens, right? There's just no way around it. It happens to all of us. Okay, this last piece I picked up recently for $5. It's APC. It was a scalloped edge gingham cotton dress. I thought it was going to sit, to be honest with you, because it's a summer dress. It's not a dress that you would wear right now, but it sold for full asking price of $80. And it sold within a few days. I want to say it was like 3 or 4 days that it sold. So yeah, that was exciting. That was my first time selling APC. I found it once and I gave it away. I didn't give it away, but I put it in like a not so mystery reseller box that I had. And yeah, I decided to keep this piece because I could have sent it into the real, but I thought it was pretty enough. It had the pretty scalloped edges. I'll show you a picture right here. See, really pretty scalloped edges, and so did the hem. The hem had scalloped edges, and the back had a scalloped edge going all the way down. So I thought it was something worth trying. The size is good. It was a size 8, and it ended up selling for $80. So yeah, that was exciting for me. I don't know. It's always exciting to sell new things and try things out, and things surprise you sometimes. Like this was a summer dress, but it still sold. So that was that. Let's stop sharing and come back here. So those were my sales. Maybe not the most exciting brands. I don't know. I thought it was exciting. I learned a lot of stuff I learned a lot from all the stuff that I sold. I think that when I do these videos, and I'm growing to love them, the way that I'm doing it, I find that I'm reflecting a little bit more and realizing, I think I should look at these pieces every month and kind of look at the data in a different way and use that to move forward and grow my business in a way that I see that's working for me, and really stop paying attention so much to what's happening around me and what other people are saying is working, for them, like it's great information to have, but I really need to focus on what's working for me. So it's really fun to do these. I mean, this is my second one, but it really makes me sit down and like think and reflect. And I think it's always good, especially going into Q4 and going into 2022, which is so crazy to even think about right now that the new year is almost upon us. Yeah, I think it's just really good to get a good game plan in place and understand where your business falls right now and where you want to go and where it's heading. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you learned something new about some brands. I hope some of these brands surprised you like they surprised me. And I'll be back next time with, I don't know, maybe a real video, maybe a haul. I don't know, maybe a thrift with me. We're just playing this by ear right now. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.